This is a small village somewhere in the UK. I really like them. They are usually very cozy. I haven't visited specifically this one, but they're quite familiar with each other, and yeah, especially in summer. So I decided to go with this scene, and I will try to show you my process. So yeah, let's start. Oh, so scary, the blank space, blank canvas.
Yeah.
So usually I start, I don't do any pencil drawings because I think it's if you draw it with a pencil in first and you will lose some freshness. So I will draw straight away with the ink. Okay. First of all, I try to get the general shape and maybe the composition of the whole scene, and it's quite stressful part, but
Mhm.
later it should be more relaxing.
Yeah. It'll get easier the more you do.
I don't know, the zoom just I think dropped and happened before. I mean, I didn't use Zoom before a lot, so
Mhm.
I have no idea what could go wrong. Hopefully, it will
Yeah.
not disappear. I think we can try to talk, and if I notice that nobody is talking, I will check it out and
Yeah. Yeah, we
I will
went
be
be
back.
so silent.
We'll keep up continuous chatter.
Mhm. Well, this is looking nice.
Okay. So
Just
I
very.
like these antennas or something like that. I'll
Mhm.
try to them. I'm not very precise with the form. Sometimes it's just strokes and that's it.
Mhm. Oh, nice.
This looks
Okay.
really nice though.
Mhm.
And I see you're using like a black fine liner with that flexible nib. I think I have the same
Yeah.
one and I love it so much.
I love
They are
those.
amazing.
Oh yeah. I found
I
it's
hate, yeah, I hate
very
black
nice.
fine liners, but this one's amazing.
Yeah. Do you know how many time or how much time passed? Because how many minutes I left?
Oh, let's see. I think you've been going for about 10 minutes.
Okay. I think I will finish the lines in 5 minutes, hopefully.
Okay, great.
Well, right now I established the whole composition and I can relax a bit and go further and just to add more details to make the scene more interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the next step? Right now you see that the ships are floating in the air, in the middle air. And
Mhm.
what we can do is to add the shadow that will land our ships. So let's try it out.
Yes, I love that occlusion shadow. Makes
Yeah.
everything just so
And I
grounded.
would and our shadow, it followed the shape of the surface. And I think it's a good idea to emphasize it. So you see, I don't draw the straight line of the shadow, and I want to have this effects when you when the shadow follow the pebbles on the beach.
Mhm.
And let's see.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's so important to make it feel believable, I think.
And what is I would like to do next? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, yes, you're still
Okay.
here.
we see you.
Network went too slow. Huh. Interesting. Okay. What I would like to do next is to fill it with a black ink, and to add some motions to the scene, I will do it to the direction of the ship.
Mhm. So you're thinking about where the light's coming from? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh man, this is so mean.
He's gonna be so sad.
Yeah. Will
All right, you're back, but you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's annoying, but hope I will make it till the end.
yeah.
Okay, what I would like to add next, small pebbles, and it makes us the illusion that the rest of the space is the beach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that texture already.
Yes, you don't need to spread it the whole canvas, but just here and there. And what I would like to add next is the horizon line a bit. On this side and on the left side.
Hmm.
Can you
In
hear me?
what
Because
way?
it says that I'm
Yeah.
muted.
No, we
Okay.
hear you. We hear you
Awesome.
just fine.
Yep.
Awesome. I really like this drop-in shadows on the board of the ship. I also want to add them.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Yeah. Those are like really tiny shadows, but they explain the whole shape of the hull.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like when I draw cars, I always like draw, well, if the lighting situation is there, I love to draw the shadow of the side mirrors
Mm.
because they really like explain if
No, the account doesn't have subscription.
no, but
mean-
we got the subscription back. That was a problem. That was our
Mhm.
problem from last time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is a new problem.
Fun, a new problem every time.
We were saying it's weird because if it's like your internet connection, I feel like you just get really laggy and like freeze a lot.
Mhm.
But this, you just get kicked out, which is so disruptive to your process.
Yeah, I'm doing it a bit in autonomous mode. Oh my God.
This is looking
I mean,
so
it's
nice,
a
though.
good thing you practiced.
Yeah.
Oh man, like imagine you are so well prepared and now you're being disrupted
fair.
in this way. It's like wow, such bad luck. So sorry about this.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so here we have some graphics. I will not do it in the full mode. So just like that. Again, some kind of flex here. Well, I think maybe some small touches here. I feel like I'm on the side, right? It's a virtual plein air, but because of these stressful things, it feels like the rain is coming and I need to work fast.
Yeah.
That's always how I feel in demos.
Okay, I think because we have time restrictions and I would like to use watercolor as well. I think I will keep it as it is and proceed to watercolor.
Cool.
There is nothing fancy techniques from me, but what I would like to do, I think, well, I will start with the orange board very fast. Usually I do it with a one layer, but for the orange board, probably I will do it in two.
Like you do all of your painting in one layer, usually?
It depends on the techniques. For this one, I will use, only one layer, mostly. And again, maybe because of the one of the reason is timing. I'd like to do it quite fast. All right, so.
Ooh, nice orange.
That's a beautiful one, yeah.
Also, if anyone has questions for Evgeny, put them in the chat and we will relay them to him.
Right, so maybe some color variations here. I would like to add some shadows with the next layer. Oh, I forget about this orange top.
Yes.
The next chip is our goal. I will use ultramarine, right? And cobalt blue, mix them together. Usually I work digitally, right? And what I don't like about watercolor that you need to calculate the proper amount of paint to make the feel. Otherwise, you need to do it again. In digital, you don't have these disadvantages.
That's true. There's a question for you. Someone is asking, how is urban sketching different from your normal job?
Oh, it's totally different. Urban sketching, usually you have your subject in front of you and you try to depict it as it is. Maybe you can stylize it a bit, but in general, you don't add anything. In my day job, I need to design things, to design visual, imaginary worlds, let's say it like this, because in concept art, there is a differentiation between artists. They can be environment characters. My specialization is environment. The difference is that you need to, the design is first. And how you render it, how you draw it, it's less important. And the final product is not your drawing, but the game, for example, or level. And you just support the team and you part of the big team, part of production.
But do you think your urban sketching practice like influences the way you design, or is it just two separate things?
Yeah, of course, there is kind of influence. For example, if you're on the side of beautiful England, you draw an old cottage, you spend a lot of time just looking at the subject and you starting to realize, oh, how the window design, how the brick design, how the roof design. And it helps you later to apply this experience in your professional work. This is how I found it. Okay, what is... Right.
I feel like Zoom has understood that we want you in this Zoom room and is not kicking you out anymore. But I also don't want to jinx it. I didn't say anything. Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Are you making a red for? Oh yeah, my next question. The little fenders.
Balloons, and to make it feel they are basically sphere. I would like I will keep these highlights white. I don't know if I manage to keep it, but I will try. And what is the next step? Next thing that I would like to do is you see these shadows on the front side of the ship. I would like to add it. I think it should be a nice touch. Okay. Let me prepare some paint. Shouldn't be as deep and dark as the blue on the left ship. Okay. Something like that.
Yeah, what kind of brush are you using?
Oh, this is the interesting brush. This is the mix from, I think, natural squirrel fur and synthetic. Is it the right word? Synthetic brush?
Yeah.
Yes.
I found it. One Russian aquarelle watercolor painter advertised them, and my wife, she visited Russia last year, and I asked her to bring it here to me. So I think it's available only in Russia, unfortunately, but maybe there is some analogs in professional Syria. So how does it called? Da Vinci brushes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know they are good. They're expensive, but good.
Yeah. It's got that like really nice tip, so you don't even need a small brush.
Oh yeah. It's quite big, but I think, what is the number? I think it's 8, but the tip, as you noticed, it's very thin, and you can do really sharp details using it. All right. What is the next step? I can add some color. How many minutes? Well, at what point of demo we are?
Well, I think it's already looking quite good, to be honest, but maybe another 5 minutes or so.
Okay, if I
Eleanor,
have
does that sound halfway right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I have 5 minutes, I got like a finished touch that I would like to add. It can completely ruin the picture, or maybe it will make it better. We will see. You see the background. It's quite dark on the behind the ship. There is a rock. I will try to emulate it. Maybe it will not look like a rock, but this dark background should make this orange and the ship pop up a little bit. So for this thing, for this move, I will grab indigo color. It's quite dark, and maybe a bit of ultramarine. I need a really thick color here, the thickest in whole demo. All right.
And what kind of watercolors are you using?
I've got 2 brands. One is Winsor & Newton. It's the series called Cotman. I think it's like it's not professional because they have professional lineup. This is for, I don't know, maybe for amateurs. And this one, again, Russian brand called Winter Nights.
Oh,
Or maybe I heard about it because
Yeah, Nevska La Palitra or
Nevska
something.
Palitra, yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I have a vocabulary of 10 Russian words, and that's like one of them.
Winter nights.
Nice. So what I want to do is to fill background with a dark indigo color in a very expressive way.
Bam!
Ooh.
Sorry. The drama.
Whoa.
Okay.
Maybe it's too thick. It's
Look
really
at
very,
you.
very thick.
Oh, it's popping.
Yeah.
What I like about the traditional media, that there is a randomness that is very difficult to achieve with your digital tools.
Yes, I feel that. Like, I think like analog work has always, or not always, but often like such a random quality of textures and marks and things that just happen by accident. If things happen by accident in digital work, it always like either it doesn't stay that way because you're just deleting it immediately, or if it stays, it like doesn't look good. I don't know. I really struggle with that.
Yeah, sometimes I saw like 3D artists who work in 3D, they just make this brush strokes, scan them, and using the texture to achieve this painterly look.
Yes.
And I saw some artists do like this thing to add even more textures if it's not dry.
What you meant?
I use my finger to, well, it's very extreme.
Cool.
Something like that. I think right now this final touch, and I will wrap it up. The shadow on the orange. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Are you still here? Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. You're using a reddish hue for the shadow.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, in general, I think because it should be cool, but cooler in the shadow than in the highlights here. But I think if I add more, I don't know, bluish color, it will be a bit dirty. And okay, I will go this way. I think it's all right.
Very boaty. Very boat. Just
when it dries, it will be a bit lighter, I think, but not too much.
Yeah, I love how much white you're leaving, like in the boats and stuff. It's very appealing style.
It's interesting. Yeah, it works. I can draw even on the wet surface as well.
Oh yeah. You just add oh, I see you're adding a little bit of line in there.
Yeah.
The dark background makes the little cabin of the boat pop out so much.
Yeah, maybe here, right? I would add more dark one between the rails. But the thing is that my brush was so wet when I draw all these balloons that they are still very, very wet. It's like a puddle in these balloons.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
fun though.
starting to leak. Okay.
Leaving the highlights was a really good idea.
Because of, I think because of this stressful situation with connections and all this stuff. Yeah, I was even more, I put even more expression into the drawing.
See, happy accidents.
Yeah, I would call it unhappy accidents, but it's still accidents.
No, let me quote Bob Ross, please.
All right. In general, I think, well, I've done what I plan to do. I plan it to do in a more maybe a gentle way, but well, it turns out how it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way of urban sketching too.
Oh, if I have some time, I can show you my sketchbook. Maybe
Yeah.
you will see how should it look.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Okay, I will
Yeah, I want to see
put it aside.
the other one.
I will put it aside, and not a lot of stuff here, but anyway, I think this is nice watercolor sketchbook. I can't remember the name, but I think you recognize this
Etcher.
logo. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Etcher. Yeah.
So this is oh, by the way, let me just make some adjustments to make it look. Oh, nice.
Pretty. Is that with the same little brush pen you were using?
No, there was no brush pen. It was just the same watercolor without brush pen. And for the lines, I used I think maybe it was a pen, or probably it was the same liner. Yeah, this is some pencil drawings from Istanbul.
Recognize that building instantly.
And other sketches.
Oh,
I love
Such
how
nice.
you draw the vegetation.
yeah. It's so sweeping.
This is another site in Istanbul. I remember it was very hot there. It was spring, but when I started to draw this, it was just boiling. And at some point, I had to go to the shadow. This is the vertical. It's quite difficult to show here. Oh, there are so verticality in this city, and I like it. I was quite on top, and there was a street down. Yeah.
Where is that one?
It's in Istanbul.
Oh, really? It looks like San Francisco to me.
Yeah, I've never been to San Francisco, but I believe it's yeah, the elevation in Istanbul quite good. Quite the same. This is the pub not far from my house. Yeah, what I like about Cambridge, there are a lot of people from all over the world, and there is a local urban sketches group, and there is a meetup group who like to draw, and this was one of the meeting in the meetup.
Love the like fading out of detail there.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
So much white space. It's like a good reminder that white, to leave the white of the page is always a good idea.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Some sketches. Just pencils. This is another Cambridge view. Our friends. Cambridge again. It's Dean Village, probably you know this place. It's in Scotland, in Edinburgh, in the city center. This is
so loose.
Where I started to incorporate watercolors. It's a lavender field, not far from Cambridge. Well, this is a nice city called Rye on the seaside. Oh, it's not far from my home. Another pub. This is the church here.
So English.
Yeah, and it reminds me of the digital version. Like we advertised the session with a digital sketch, and it had a similar coloring.
Yeah, it's like that high impact light.
Yeah.
He does so well.
Also, that Indian yellow with the purplish color is really nice. Did it freeze for you guys too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've run out of luck.
Oh, he's back now. Let's see if we can get him back. Well, we had a nice stretch there.
Yeah, that's true.
We're almost done.
Oh.
Okay.
But you're like, yeah, it froze for a while, but now, yeah.
Now it's back.
That one's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, but a little light on the gravestone. So nice.
Yeah, I've been running a lot around next to this side, and it was usually in the evening, and there is such a nice light when the church itself, it's part of it highlighted by the dawning sunset sun, and I just came the next day and draw it. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, the sighting, Turkey again in Cappadocia.
Yeah.
Now the street. Yeah.
Looks.
This is not finished, and this is from the UK.
Yeah, beautiful.
So inspiring.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just quickly, there are some
cool.
watercolor stuff, and
Ooh.
this one using the different techniques when you wet all your paper and use your wet paper. Basically, all this done using the wet stuff.
Wow.
Such dramatic compositions.
Do I have anything more? Oh, I really like this one. And actually, this one is from one of the street view.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember this in Mostar. Yeah.
It's really nice.
Cool. Oh, Evgeny, we have a question in the chat. If you can show the sketch from the boat again.
And
the demo sketch.
Your practice one?
Yeah. Cool.
Can we see
beautiful.
your practice boat? If you have it.
Unfortunately, it hasn't become better since it was finished. It's still the same.
The classic artist bashing himself. Yeah, we all know that move.
It's still drying up. And in this sketchbook, because it's drying, I can show you, but I explore a lot of locations before I decided to go with the final one, with this one.
Oh. Well, maybe we could see it on Instagram or something.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Your ink surface.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Thanks for working through the technical challenges. I'm feeling really inspired.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't expected such kind of challenges. I expect only